I got that last week.
I'm pretty sure y'all did. Savannah and them did. I could be wrong.
What did we get it for?
Like $60.
Dang. I very much have the heart of a hoarder. I very much have the heart of a hoarder. There's so much. Mine would be maybe organized though. Hopefully, don't ask my daughter-in-law. She'll tell you no, it's not organized. But mine is memorabilia. Okay, is memorabilia. So I don't hoard. I just say very good collectibles, like these Briar horses. See, they're Briar horses.
Oh, yeah.
That's memorabilia. Well, I don't know. I bought most of them. Hey guys, it needs a jack. It's got a bulldog hitch. It's going to be a little banged up on the front. Do we know if it's got a bill of sale yet? Lisa, has it got a bill of sale?
It's got a title. Got a title.
It's supposed to have a title. Louis, is that yours? Lisa,
Ma'am.
ask him if it's his. And then, okay, it does have a title on it. Okay, it's got a blowed out tire though, guys. Happened on the way up here, but just know you're gonna have to put some air in it. And it probably won't hold any air.
What lot is this?
And we got a little trailer, guys. Hold your goats, your minis, your poo-poos. Excuse me. All right, guys. It's got the old style hitch on it. All right. We ready?
Yes, ma'am.
What number are we starting on? 06. Huh? I'd start on the small stuff first.
Wagon wheels, number one.
Can you talk?
Number one.
Hey, you're getting them one money. You're getting 2 wagon wheels. It's 01 now. It's 01. All right, here we go, guys. They're the old one. Here we go. I had $10. 10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. I had $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. 10. You're 12 and a half. I had $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. I had 10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. 12 and a half. $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. I had 10. You're 12 and a half. I had 10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. I had 10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. 12 and a half. $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. I had 10. You're 12 and a half. I had $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. 10. You're 12 and a half. I had $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. 12 and a half. $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. I had $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. Mini angels. I got those gates right there. That's all the panels I got. 10. You gotta be 12 and a half. We clear. 10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. $10. You're gonna be 12 and a half. Is the seller of the other wheels same as these?
What wheels? Yes.
Where we can put them together. Otherwise, they're going to pay me $10 to sell this.
I don't think they're good.
All right, put 1 and 3 together. Put 1 and 3 together. Just type it in. Tell them we're going to add 1 and 3. Oh. Guys, you're going to get those wagon rings with the wagon wheels. We're going to put them together because otherwise the guy will owe me money the way we do our deal. They got to bring at least $20. So he don't owe me no money. You're getting all that. $20. 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I had 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I had $20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I had 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I had 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I had $20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. 20, you need to be 22 and a half. I had $20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I had $20, you need to be 20. Clint Pickens is in at $20. 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I had 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I had Clint, you're already in at 20. 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I had $20 need to be 22 and a half. I 20, you're gonna be 21. $20, you're gonna be 21. I 20, you're gonna be 21. 21, maybe 22. Clint, you're in at 22 and a half. You gotta be 23. 23. Clint, you gotta be 24. 23, you gotta be 24. I 23, you gotta be 24. 23, you gotta be 24. Clint, you're out. 23, you gotta be 24. 23, you gotta be 24. 24, you gotta be 25. 24, you gotta be 25. 24, you gotta be 25. 24, need to be 25. 24, you gotta be 25. 24, you gotta be 25. We clear? You sure? 24, you gotta be 25. 25. Clint, you gotta be 26. 25. 26. 25, you gotta be 26. 25, you gotta be 26. 25, you gotta be 26. Clint, you gotta be 26. 25, 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 you gotta be 26. Clint, you gotta be 26. 25, you gotta be 26. 25, you gotta be 26. Sell at your weight, $25 by our number. 13,554.7. 13,557. 13,557. Sell the gates. They're two together. 02. 02. You're getting both of the walk-through gates. You're getting both of the walk-through gates. 2 times the money. It's going to be 2 times the money. Lisa, if you clerk that, you're just going to have to, if I say 20, you got to put in 40, basically. All right, 2 times the money. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go on the gates. And I had $20. Y'all going to be 30. I had 20. You're going to be 30. I had 20. 30. You're going to be 40. I have 40. You're going to be 50. I have 40. You're going to be 50. 40. You need to be 50. 50. You're going to be 60. That's times the money. 50. You're going to be 60. I have 50. You're going to be 60. 50. You're going to be 60. I have $50. You're going to be 60. I have 50. You're going to be 60. 50. You need to be 60. It's 2 walk-through gates. 2 times the money. 4 foot. And I have $50, that's 50 times 2, 50 times 2. I have 50, you're going to be 60. I have 50, you're going to be 60, 50, you're going to be 60. I have 50, you need to be 60, 60. I have 50, you're going to be 60. You clear, 50, you're going to be 60. I have 50, you're going to be 60. Sell it right there, 444. 444. 04 is the hay spear, guys. 04 is the hay spear. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Y'all see her dancing over there? She don't even know that we exist. All right, here we go, guys. On the hay spear, I have $40. 40. You're gonna be 50. 50. You're gonna be 60. I 60. You're gonna be 70. 70. You're gonna be 80. I 70. You're gonna be 80. 70. You need to be 80. I 70. You need to be 80. Are you bidding for David or no? 70. You're gonna be 80. I you're going to be 80. 70, you need to be 80. On the hay spear now, I 70, you're going to be 80. It's 3 point. I 70, you're going to be 80. I 70, you need to be 80. I 75, you got to be 80. Now I have 75, you're going to be 80. I 75, you got to be 8. 75 and a half. 77 and a half. Oh, okay. 77 and a half, you're going to be 80. 77 and a half, you're going to be 80. Your buyer number was 70. I was like, you're not in, fool. 77 and a half, you're going to be 80. Boyd, you're out. Boyd, you're out. 77 and a half, you got to be 80. 77 and a half, you got to be 80. 77 and a half, you got to be 80. 77 and a half, you need to be 80. 80. 77 and a half, you got to be 80. 77 and a half, need to be 80. Sell it your way. Buyer 70. -12, buyer 70, -12X. All right.
We're going to sell our yellow one and get that one.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. 05. They are 2 receiver hitches. They have 2 2-inch balls.
Sell them together.
They go together. Correct. They go together. All right. If you have my children, you'll be buying these because you'll be looking for them.
I got mine.
That's probably mine.
No. It come with the truck when I bought it.
All right, here we go, guys. I'm still looking for mine then. I even had locks that matched my keys. I was so proud. Then they lost the locks. All right, Here we go, guys. Here we go. Boyd, you did not get it. Boyd, you did not get it. All right, sell these hitches now. I have 35 and I'm way too cheap. 35, you're gonna be 40. I have 35. You're getting them both one money. 35, you're gonna be 40. I have 35. You're gonna be 40. 40, you're gonna be 45. I have 40. You're gonna be 45. I have 40. You're gonna be 45. 40, you need to be 45. I have 40. You're gonna be 45. 45, 40 bucks. You're gonna be 45. I have 40. You're gonna be 45. I have 40. You're gonna be 45. 2-inch ball. Little receiver hitches now. 40, you're going to be 45. 40, you're going to be 45. 45, 40 bucks, you're going to be 45. We clear 40, you're going to be 45. So right here, buyer 16,484. Buyer 16,484, $40. All right, moving to the trailers. I don't see the tag. Do y'all see the tag? All right, guys, we're going to sell this trailer right here. Does need a jack. Does have a title. What year, what name?
1980 something. 1986.
06, 06. It's a 1986 house. S&H trailer. All right, guys, you got a little 16-foot. Y'all want to open the door? 16 by 5. You will have to put some air in the tires, guys. One of them's blowed. You're going to have to put air in the tires. Well, they got to put some kind of air in it. They can try and blow it up all day. They can put air in it.
We close at 5 on Sunday.
Hey, Donna. Donna.
You're missing 3 lug nuts against studs.
All right. So, guys, missing some studs, lug nuts. You're missing a little air in the tire. Guys, it's got a little cancer on it, just so you know. All right, here we go, guys. It's got a little manger up front. Floor looks all right. You're getting the rubber mats. Got a sliding gate. There you go. Here we go, guys. I have 7.5. 7.5, you're going to be 8. I have 7.5, you be 8. 7.5, you're going to be 8. I have 7.5, you're going to be 8. 8, 7.5, you be 8. I have 7.5, need to be 8. I have 7.5. What? I bet you do. Bet both of you do. I'm just telling you. I'll tell you what, let's all play. I have 400. 4, you gotta be 4.5. I have 4, you gotta be 4.5. 400, you gotta be 4.5. I have 4, you gotta be 4.5. I have a husband that's a mechanic that does not fix nothing. I don't care. Did you hear me? He doesn't fix nothing. 4, you gotta be 4.5. I have $4, you gotta be 4.5. I'll say that, but he's fixing the floor in my good guys right now. 4.25. No. But they cannot do math. They bought for a 32 foot, they got a 16-foot floor. I have 4.25, you're gonna be 4.5. 4.25, you're gonna be 4.5. I have 4.25, you're gonna be 4.5. 4.25. What is the interior height? How tall is that thing? 6 foot?
I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, right at 6.5, guys, 6.5. All right, now I have 4.25. You're gonna be 4.5. 4.25 need to be 4.5. 4.25, you get 4.5. You're gonna be 4.75. Lisa, 4.5. You're gonna be 4.75. 4.5 need to be 4.75. I have 4.5. You're gonna be 4.75. 4.75. 4.75. You're gonna be 500. 500. I have 4.75. 5. You're gonna be 5.25. I have 500. Need to be 5.25. I have 5. You're gonna be 5.25. 5.25 need to be 5.5. I have 5.25. You're gonna be 5.5. Need to be 5.75. 5.5, you're going to be 5.75. I have 5.5, you have 5.75, you're going to be 6. 5.75, you're going to be 6. I have 5.75, you're going to be 6. I have 6, you're going to be 6.25. I have 600, need to be 6.25. 600, need to be 6.25, need to be 6.5. I have 6.25, you're going to be 6.5. 6.25, you're going to be 6.5. I have 6.25, you're going to be 6.5. 6. I can't go there. I gotta do 6.5. 6.25, got to be 6.5. 6.25, you want to do 6.5? I have 6.25, got to be 6.5. Need to be 6.75. 6.25, need to be 6.75. 6.5, you got to be 6.75. Need to be 700. 6.75, you got to be 7. See, I started out right. 6.75, you got to be 7. I have 6.75, you got to be 7. 6.75, you want to be 7. I have 6.7, you got to be 7.25. I have 7. Lisa, you got to be 7.25. I have 700, you got to be 7.25. 7.25. 7 1/4, you're gonna be 7 1/2. 7 1/4, you're gonna be 7 1/2. Out 7 1/4, you're gonna be 7 1/2. 7 1/4, need to be 7 1/2. Out 7 1/4, you're gonna be 7 1/2. 7 1/4, you're gonna be 7 1/2. Need to be 775. Lisa, 7 1/2, you're gonna be 775. 7 1/2, you're gonna be 775. Out 7 1/2, you're gonna be 775. 7 1/2, you're gonna be 775. We clear? 75, 800, you're going to be 8. High 775, you're going to be 8. 775, you're going to be 8. High 775, you're going to be 8. 775, you're going to be 8. High 775, need to be 8. 8, 775, you're going to be 8. You clear, Lisa? 775, need to be 8. You got 8?
Let me ask you a question. The other one is money. What's the other one? Can I guess that shit?
There, it depends on how much cash I get in the office.
Okay.
So that's...
No, but cash it in case I bet in this one.
Oh, yeah, you can always cash towards your buys.
Okay, so go ahead.
You gotta be 8, 8, need to be 8 1/4. I have 8, you gotta be 8 1/4. I have 8, you gotta be 8 1/4. 8 1/4, you gotta be 8 1/2, sir. You gotta be 8 1/2, you gotta be 9. I have 8 1/2, need to be 9. 8 1/2, you gotta be 9. I have 875, you gotta be 9. 9, you gotta be 9 1/4. I have 9, you gotta be 9 1/4. I have 9 1/4, need to be 9 1/2. 9 1/4, you gotta be 9 1/2. 9 1/4, you gotta be 9 1/2. 9 1/4, you need to be 9 1/2. I have 9 1/4, you wanna be 9 1/2. 950, you gotta be 975, Stephanie. 950, 975, you're gonna be 1,000. 975, you're gonna be 1,000. 975, need to be 1,000. 975, you're gonna be 1,000. Sell it right there. 975,
I do have a
Stephanie.
question for in this. Would it be a max or she's just bidding?
She's just bidding right
Okay,
there.
perfect.
975, 975.
W14740.
Guys, we're gonna sell this next trailer.
Lot number.
It's a little topless trailer.
Hey, that one got brand new tires, brand new floor.
Brand new tires, brand new floor.
Metal. You see this metal right here?
Uh-huh.
From here, it's got this damage, but it's good all the way over
All right, it's got metal all the way up. It's
Yes.
got wood underneath and metal on top of the wood.
Yeah. And
Got
it's
your
got
little
little
cut gate. Guys, good little old pony goat trailer. All right, here we go, guys.
It's
Nice,
12
nice.
by 5.
12 by 5. It's a 12 by 5.
Good for the goat.
All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. I have 2 1/2. 2 1/2. You're gonna be 3. I 2 1/2. You're gonna be 3. 2 1/2. You're gonna be 3. I 2 1/2. Need to be 3. I 2 1/2. You're gonna be 3. 3. 2 1/2. Need to be 3. It does have a little hitch on it. Does have a little jack. It's got good tires. Did you
4
say
brand new tires.
4 new tires? Lights
Yes.
work. You said.
Yes.
2 1/2. You're gonna be 3. I 2 1/2. Need to be 3. 2 1/2. Need to be 3. I 2 1/2. You're gonna be 3. 3. 2 1/2. Need to be 3. I 2 1/2. You're gonna be 3. 2 1/2, you're gonna be 3. 2 1/2. 275, you're gonna be 3. 3. 275, you're gonna be 3. 275, you're gonna be 3. 3. You're gonna be 3 1/4. At 300 now, you're gonna be 3 1/4. At 300, you're gonna be 3 1/4. At 300, you're gonna be 3 1/4. 3 1/4, you need to be 3 1/2. 3 1/4, you're gonna be 3 1/2. 3 1/4, need to be 3 1/2. At 3 1/4, need to be 3 1/2. 3 1/2, you gotta be 375. 3 1/2, you wanna be 375. Christina, you gotta be 375. 375, you're gonna be 4. 4, you're gonna be 4 1/4. I have 400, you're gonna be 4 1/4. Need to be 4 1/2. I have 4 1/4, you're gonna be 4 1/2. I have 4 1/4, 4 1/2. You're gonna be 475. 475, you're gonna be 500. 475, you're gonna be 5. 475, you're gonna be 5. I have 475, you're gonna be 5. 5. 475, need to be 5. 4 brand new tires, lights work. 500, need to be 5 1/4. 5 1/4, you're gonna be 5 1/2. I have 5 1/4, you're gonna be 5 1/2. 5 1/4. You have Christina in or no? Christina, you're gonna be 5 1/2. 5 1/4, 5 1/2, you're gonna be 575. 575, you're gonna be 6. I have 575, need to be 6. 575, you're gonna be 6. I have 575, you're gonna be 6. 575, you're gonna be 6. I have 575. Oh, gotta go down, Jordan.
Still got me in.
Gotta go down. 575, you're gonna be 6. I have 575, you're gonna be 6. 575, you're gonna be 6. We clear. 575, you're gonna be 6.
200.
Buyer 200, 575, buyer 200. All right, guys, we're going to move in and going to get ready for the saddles. Move in and get ready for the saddles.
Memphis.
Do I need to first confirm and pause or
What's
confirm
that?
and wait?
Just confirm and wait. Okay.
You got
All right.
her. She's staying out here with you.
All right, you got this?
I guess.
Come on, Hoodlum.
Come on. You need to pull your drawers up. Come on. Pull the drawers up. You hear me? Pull your jeans up. Thank you. Nobody wants to see that. Guys, we got goats, we got horses, over 100 head tonight. We're gonna get in here and get moving. Get with the saddles. Get with the saddles. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we're gonna do the saddles now. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, where's the tripod at that I gave you 2 weeks ago? Here's the witch. She is grouchy. See, she even embraces it. Can y'all see this? And on the back of her car, she has the witch because she's grouchy. She even keeps her broom in the corner over there. Y'all see that? She even keeps her broom in the corner.
You better be nice.
Just so you know. There you go. Just so y'all know. All right, guys, we have saddles tonight. Not going to be a whole lot, but we have some nice ones. We have some saddle racks as well. We're going to get started here in just a minute. I hear my grandchild screaming. Hi, Amanda. Will you ask them for another tea, please? A half and half tea. All right, if I can get my workers in the cell ring, we can get started. Come on, come on.
Is Jordan gonna do saddles at first or what? Savannah's doing something on the computer in there. I can try to do the website.
I can do the website while I can.
Are you sure you want to?
I do. I've been doing it every week. If you get it ready.
Yeah, it's okay. I just need Bronny in here to do YouTube.
Hey, Bronny, can you come on and do the YouTube portion, please? Bronny. $7:30. What the first saddle number is? No, that's the saddle rack.
S4.
That's what it is. Give us just a few minutes, guys. We're going to get started on the saddles. Horses will start at 7:30, so even if we finish the saddles a little bit early, we will not start the horses till 7:30.
Here all we have is place. Okay, so there's one marker. Probably in the text. Where's the language, Mom?
A deep sea and
Oh, well,
it's an A4
he has
bucking rolls. And not only that,
Are we ready?
All right, guys, we're going to start on S4. S4 is going to be a 16-inch shop-made saddle. You're talking about nice and clean. Man, it's in good shape. It's solid. Looks good. It's an older saddle, but it's a classy, good saddle. All right, he's got a good liner already put back in it and everything, guys. You're getting a good girth. All right, here we go, guys, on S4. All right, here we go. I have $50, 50. You're gonna be 75. I have 50. You're gonna be 75, 75. 50 bucks. You're gonna be 75. I have 50. You're gonna be 75. I have 50 bucks. You're gonna be 75. 50. You're gonna be 75. I have 50. You're gonna be 75. 50. You're gonna be 75. I have 50. You're gonna be 75. You're gonna be 60 before I go. 50. You're gonna be 60. I have 50. You're gonna be 60. You need to be 60, I 50, you're going to be 60, 60, 50, you're going to be 60, 60, you need to be 70, I'm 70, you're going to be 80, I'm 70, you're going to be 80, 80, 70, you're going to be 80, I'm 70, you're going to be 80, I'm 70, you're going to be 80, 80, 70 bucks, you need to be 80, on the good, nice saddle, I'm 70, you're going to be 80, 80, you're going to be 90, I'm 80, you're going to be 90, I'm 80, you're going to be 90, 90, 80, you need to be 90, I'm 80, you're going to be 90, 80, you need to be 90, I'm 80 bucks, you're going to be 90, internet's out now, internet's now, 80, you're going to be 90, 90, you need to be 100, I'm 90, what is the end, 90, you can be 100, I'm 90, you can be 95, 90, you can be 95, I'm 90, you can be 95, 90, you can be 95, 95, you can be 100, I'm 95, you can be 100, 95, you can be 100, I'm 95, you can be 100, Golden, you are out. Golden, you're out. I'm 95, you're going to be 100. I'm 95, you're going to be 100. 95, you're going to be 100. I'm 95, you're going to be 100. 195, you're going to be 100. 95, you're going to be 100. I'm 100, you're going to be 110. 100, need to be 105. 100, you're going to be 105. 100, need to be 105. I'm 100, you're going to be 105. 100, 100, need to be 105, 100, need to be 105, weed clear, 100, need to be 105, 105, sell it your way, $100 iron number. Hang on just a second, we have a bidder in there. Let's see. Golden, I've got you at $90. Our bidder online did not get their bidder number. So we can sell it at $90. We're going to sell it at $90. Antoine, you got it. Golden, bar W16453. Bar 16453, you got it for $90. All right, S5 is on the block. S5 is going to be on the block. All right, here we go. S5 is a Bona Allen. Very nice English set. Guys, you got with the tack, you got the pads, you got the reins, your girth. You're getting 2 pads. It's a Bona Allen now. It is a Bona Allen.
This one's an Olympic. This Donna. What's that one?
16453.
Is that the Bona? Other side.
All right, here we go, guys. The Bona
That's that one down there. This is the Olympic.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Olympic English saddle. You still get the tack, the reins, the girth, and the 2 pads. Sorry. All right, here we go, guys. You got a nice little set, and I have $30. 30, you can be 35. I 30, you can be 35. 30, you need to be 35. I 30 bucks, you can be 35. I 30, you can be 35. 30, you're going to be 35. I 30 bucks, you're going to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 35. 35, 30, you need to be 35. 30, you need to be 35. Would you be 35? I 30, you're going to be 35. I 30 bucks, you're going to be 35 on the nice little English set. Now $30, you're going to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 35. 30 bucks, you're going to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 35. 35. Guys, this is going to bring $45. 45. Well, it's here tonight. S6 now. This is the Bona Allen. S6 will be the Bona Allen. S6 will be the Bona Allen. All right, here we go. You got 2 pads, good quilted pads there. Got a good girth. This does come with the irons now, your leggings and the irons. 18-inch now. All right, here we go, guys. And I have $30. 30, you can be 35. I 30, you can be 35. 30, you need to be 35. I 30 bucks, you're going to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 35. 30, you're going to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 35. 35, 30 bucks, you're going to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 35. I 30 bucks, you're going to be 35. 30, you need to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 35. 35, 30 bucks, you're going to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 35. I 30, you're going to be 32 and a half. 4 go. I 30, you can be 32 and a half. I 30 bucks, you're going to be 32 and a half. 30, you need to be 32 and a half. I 30 bucks, you're going to be 32 and a half. 32 and a half. 30 bucks, you're going to be 32 and a half. Guys, that one's got to bring $40 as well. 45 as well. This should be S7. S7 is on the block. The little kid saddle's 10-inch. Cute as can be. It's got the Velcro in the seat. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Velcro is in the seat. It will be loose. That saddle's going to be loose. All right. But you got the little Velcro in the seat. You got the front and back girth, and saddle will be loose. All right, here we go, guys. I have $50. 50, you're going to be 75. 50, you're going to be 60. I 50, you're going to be 60. 60, I 50 bucks, you're going to be 60. I 50, you're going to be 60. I 50, you're going to be 60. 60, I 50 bucks, you're going to be 60. I 50, you're going to be 60. I 50, you're going to be 60. 50, you need to be 60. I 50 bucks, you're going to be 60. I 50, you're going to be 60. 60, I 50 bucks, you're going to be 60. It's a good little colt breaking saddle. If you got to break a pony, this is the right size little saddle to do it. 9, $50. You're gonna be 60. I 50. You're gonna be 60. 50. You need to be 60. I 50. You're gonna be 60. It is loose. 50. You're gonna be 60. I 50. You're gonna be 60. 60. I 50. You're gonna be 60. We clear 50. 70. Need to be 80. 70. 80. Need to be 90. I have 80. You're gonna be 90. I have 80. Need to be 90. 80. You're gonna be 90. I have 80. Need to be 90. 90. 80. You're gonna be 90. I have 80. You're gonna be 90. I have 80. Need to be 90. 90. 80. You're gonna be 90. I have 80, you're going to be 90, I have 80, you need to be 90, we clear 80, you're going to be 90, I have 80, you need to be 90, sell it your way, $80, dollar number, 12957, 12957.
S9.
S9 is on the block, S9. Alright, here we go, guys, you got a nice little 9-inch. Guys, here we go. I have $30, 30, you're gonna be 35. I have 30, you're gonna be 35 on a good little saddle. It's got the buck stitch and all. 30, you're 35, you're gonna be 40. I have 35, you're gonna be 40. I have 40, you're gonna be 45, sir, you're gonna be 45. 40, you wanna be 45. 40, you're gonna be 45. I have 40, you're gonna be 45. $40, you need to be 45. I have 40, you're gonna be 45. 45, $40, you're gonna be 45. I have 40, you're gonna be 45 on a good little saddle. I have 40, you're gonna be 45. $40, you're gonna be 45. I have 40, you're gonna be 45. We clear 40, you're gonna be 45. I have 40, you're gonna be 45. So the top bar 14636. 14636. I need a cookie. I need a cookie. S11. S11. Alright, you got a nice little saddle here. It's good little slick seat, high back. It's got the aluminum stirrups on it. Good rawhide on it.
18-inch.
18-inch. Who messaged me this week? Somebody messaged saying they needed a 18-inch saddle, guys. Guys, I'm way too cheap and I have 150. You're going to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. Is it solid 150? You're going to be 175. I have 150. Yes, it is. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. I have 150. You're going to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. I have 150. You're going to be 175. 175. 150, you're going to be 175. I have 150. You need to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. I have 150. You're going to be 175. 150, need to be 175. I have 150, you're going to be 175. 150, need to be 175. I have 150, you're going to be 175. We clear 150, need to be 175. 160, you're going to be 170. 180, need to be 190. 180, you're going to be 190. I have 180, you're going to be 190. 180, need to be 190. I have 180, you're going to be 190. 90, 180, need to be 190. I have 180, you're going to be 190. 180, need to be 190. I have 180, you're going to be 190. 180, need to be 190. I have 180, you're going to be 190. We clear 180, need to be 190. So it's your way 180, bar 6111. Bar 6111.
There's 12.
Yes, ma'am, you did. All right, you got a good liner. It looks like it's fully rigged.
There's 12.
S12 now, it's going to be our Herford saddle. You get the pad, you get the bridle. It's got good stirrups on it. It's a 15-inch. Is it solid? All right, guys, looks nice to me. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. I have 75. 75, you can be 80. I have 75, you can be 80. 75, you can be 80. 80, I have 75, 80, you need to be 90. I have 80, you're going to be 90. 80, you need to be 90. I have 80, you're going to be 90. 90, 80, you need to be 90. I have 80, you're going to be 90. I have 80, you need to be 90. I have 80, you want to be 90, sir. 80, you're going to be 90. 90, sir, you're going to be 100. I have 90, you want to be 100. 100, you're going to be 110. I have 100, you want to be 110. 100 on the line, need to be 110. I have 100, would you like to be 110? I have 100, need to be 110. 110, 100, need to be 110. We're on the web, but now you're going to be, no, we're on the internet. Internet is 100, you're going to be 110. 100, you want to be 110. 100, need to be 110. We're clear. 100, you're going to be 110. I have 100, you're going to be 110. 100, need to be 110. So it's your way, $100, our number. I-204, I-204. Should be S13, guys. S13 is going to be a Herford. Going to be a nice little saddle. It's fully rigged. It's got a good liner with it. Guys, I like it. Got a bridle going with it as well. Nice, good looking pad.
It's solid.
He said it is solid. Now, it's got a good seat to it, well clean. I like it. Now, here we go, guys. Here we go. I have
15 and a half.
15 and a half inch, and I have 150. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, you need to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. I have 150, you're going to be 160. I have 150, so you're going to be 160. 150, 160, you're going to be 170. 160, you're going to be 170. 160, you need to be 170. A nice little saddle. 160, you're going to be 170. I have 160, you need to be 170. I have 160, you're going to be 170. 160, you need to be 170. You need to be 180, sir. You're going to be 180. You need to be 190. Now, Charles, you're going to be 190. I have 180, you're going to be 190. 180, 190, 200, need to be 210. I have 200 on the internet, you want to be 210. I have 200, you're going to be 210. 210, you said yes, 210, need to be 220. I have 210, they're going to be 220. I have 210, need to be 220. I have 210. Miss Tanya, you're going to be 220. I have 210 in the house. Miss Tanya, you're going to be 220. I have 210, you need to be 220. 210, you're going to be 220. I have 210, you're going to be 220. 210, need to be 220. I have 210, you're going to be 220. 210, you're going to be 220. We clear. 210, you're going to be 220. I have 210, you're going to be 220. I think we're going to be in a touch of trouble. You got to bring 300 tonight. 2.5. Miss Tanya, we're really close. He only wants 250. Miss Tanya, he only wants 250. If you'd like to give that, just type it in the comment, or someone can push that green button. He would like 250 for that last saddle. We're awful close. All right, guys, we have S14. Am I correct with that? S14 on the block. Miss Tanya, are you saying yes, you'll take the saddle? Miss Tanya, tell me if yes, you're going to take the saddle. Yes. I'm on market is sold. I think we have it sold, but I'll let you know for sure here in a minute. All right, so we're going to put that on Miss Tanya. If we are not correct, let us know. Yes, she is going to take it by her 12. 429, by her 12, 429. Got it for $250. We're moving on to S14, guys. It's going to be a Southwest rope saddle with pad. It's got a bridle with it, got the girth with it, everything there is really nice. All right, here we go. You got a nice little saddle, guys, and I have $100. You can do 1 1/4. 100, you're going to be 1 1/4. I have 100, you need to be 1 1/4. 100, you're going to be 1 1/4. I have 100, you're going to be 1 1/4. I have 100, you're going to be 1 1/4, quarter, 100, you're going to be 1 1/4. I have 100, you're going to be 1 1/4. I have 100, you need to be 1 1/4. I'm solid money, I ain't backing up. Now, 100, you're going to be 1 1/4. I have 100, you need to be 1 1/4. 100, you're going to be 1 1/4. I have 100, you need to be 110 before I go. 100, need to be 110. I have 100, you're going to be 110. I have 100, you need to be 110. 125, you're going to be 135. I have 125, need to be 135. I have 125, you want to be 135, sir? 135, you're going to be 145. Golden, you're going to be 145. I have 135, you're going to be 145. I have 135, you're going to be 145. 135, you're going to be 145. Golden, you're going to be 145. I have 135, you're going to be 145. 135, you need 145. I have 135, you're going to be 145. 135, you need 145. I have 135, you're going to be 145. 135, you're going to be 145. Golden, you're out. Golden, you're out. 135, you're going to be 145. I have 135, you're going to be 145. 135, you're going to be 145. I have 135. Kendall, you got to be 130, 140. Kendall, you'd be 140. I have 135. Y'all can be 144 go. 135. Kendall, you'd be 140. I have 135. You're going to be 140. 135. You're going to be 140. I have 135. You're going to be 140. I have 135. Need to be 140. I think we're going to be in a tad bit of trouble. How much you got to have tonight? 1.5, guys. 1.5 while it's here tonight. Anybody wants it is $150. While we're here tonight, Golden, if you want it for $150, just push that button. Golden, if you want it. Kendall, if you want it for $150, just push the button. Let me know. Let us know. All right, it should be S15 now. S15. And it is a 17-inch Saddle King with pad. Nice, good looking. He says it feels solid to him. All right, guys, you're talking about a nice little saddle. It is. It is a Saddle King, and it's a good-looking saddle. I have 1/4. Need to be 1 1/2. 1/4. You going to be 1 1/2. 1/4. Need to be 1 1/2. I have 1/4. You going to be 1 1/2. 1/4. Need to be 1 1/2. I have 1/4. You going to be 1 1/2. 1/4. You need to be 1 1/2. I have 1/4. You going to be 1 1/2. 1/4. You're going to be 1 1/2. I have 1/4. Need to be 1 1/2. On a good little Saddle King with pad now. 1/4. Need to be 1 1/2. 17 inches. What you said. I have 1 1/2 right there. Need to be 175. 1 1/2. You're going to be 175. 1 1/2. You're going to be 175. 1 1/2. You're going to be 175. I 1 1/2. You need to be 175. 175. 1 1/2. You need to be 175. 1 1/2. You're going to be 175. I 1 1/2. You need to be 175. 1 1/2. You need to be 160 before I go. 150. You're going to be 160. 150. You need to be 160. 150, you need to be 160. Walk it out. 150, you're going to be 160. 150, you need to be 160. 150, you're going to be 160. 150, you're going to be 160. Guys, he's got to have a little bit more tonight. A little bit more. How much you got to have? 200. He'll take 200 tonight while it's here tonight. S16 now. S16. This is going to be an 18-inch rope saddle. It is an 18-inch rope saddle. Coming with a nice pad, guys. It is clean. They're going to measure it, make sure you got a good bridle with it and all. And this is S16. S16. All right, you're talking about a good-looking saddle. It's got a good seat, good floral design. It is nice. It is there. And here we go, guys. I have $100. 100, need to be 125. I have 100. You're going to be 125. 100, you're going to be 125. I have 100. You're going to be 125. It is, what size seat was it? 18 inch. 110. All right, we'll do that. 110, you're going to be 120. 120, now you're going to be 130. I have 120, you need to be 130. 120, you're going to be 130. 120, you're going to be 130. 120, 130, you're going to be 140. I have 130, you're going to be 140. 130, you're going to be 140. I have 130, you're going to be 140. 130, you're going to be 140. I have 1. Guys, I have 150 on the line, sir. You're going to be 160. 150, you're going to be 160. I have 150, you need to be 160. 150, you're going to be 160. Kendall, you're in at 150, you're going to be 160. I have 150, you're going to be 160. I have 150, you're going to be 160. I have 150, you're going to be 160. 160, you need to be 170. I have 160, you need to be 170. 160, you're going to be 170. I have 160, you need to be 170. 160, you're going to be 170. I have 160, you need to be 170. I have 160, you need to be 170. I have 170, 70, 70, 160, you're going to be 170. I have 160, you want to get 170. 170, you're going to be 180. 170, you need to be 180. 170, you need to be 180. I have 170. Kendall, you're out. Kendall, you're out. 170, you're going to be 180. 170, you're going to be 180. 80, 170, you need to be 180. I have 170, you're going to be 180. Guy's going to be in a little bit of trouble. He wants $200. 200. If you want that saddle, just push that button or comment in the comments. You'll take it. He wants $200. Kendall, 200.
S17.
All right, S17 is up. S17 is up. It's going to be a Billy Cook with pad. It'll be a Billy Cook with pad. All right, he's got the silver lace rawhide shirt. It's got a nice little pad on it. It is clean and it is nice. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. I have 150, need to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, need to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, need to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 175, you're going to be 200. 175, you're going to be 2. 175, you're going to be 2. Who did you have at 175? 175, guys, I need a 185. Nicole, you're out. 175, you're going to be 185. Need to be 195. 185, you're going to be 195. Now you're going to be 200. I have 200, you're going to be 210. 200, need to be 210. I have 200, you're going to be 210. 200, you're going to be 210. Y'all in at 210. I have 200, you're going to be 210. 220, you're going to be 230. Now at 220, you're going to be 230. 220, you're 230. You're going to be 240. Now I have 230, you're going to be 240. 230, you're going to be 240. I have 240, you're going to be 250. Now I have 240, you're going to be 250. 240, you need to be 250. I have Nicole in at $240, you need to be 250. 240, you're going to be 250. I have 240, you're going to be 250. 240, you want to be 250. 250, you're going to be 260. Nicole, you're out. 250, you're going to be 260. Nicole, you're going to be 260. 250, you're going to be 260. I have 250, you need to be 260. Nicole, you're out. 260, you're going to be 270. I have 260, you want to be 270. I have 260, you're going to be 270. 260, you need to be 270. I have 260, you're going to be 270. I have 260, you're going to be 270. Yes or no? 260, you're going to be 270. I have 260, you're going to be 270. So right there, $260. Nicole, you got that one? W15956. W15956. S18. It's got a good weaver pad with it. It's got a good liner. It's got the good rawhide stirrups on it. It just looks like a Air Flex girth. We've got a good bridle on there. This is S18. Should be a Colorado Denver saddle with pad. It's got a good weaver pad with it. Am I correct on that?
Colorado.
Colorado saddle. All right, you're talking about a nice little saddle. It's got a good little seat in it, and I like it, guys. I like it. All right, here we go. It's good padding. 15-inch saddle. Is it solid? I have 200. 200, need to be 2 1/4. I have 200, need to be 2 1/4. 200, need to be 2 1/4. I have 200, need to be 2 1/4. Solid money now. 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. I have 200, need to be 2 1/4. 200, need to be 2 1/4. I have 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. 2 1/4. 200, need to be 2 1/4. I have 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. I have 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. 200, need to be 2 1/4. I'm solid money. If y'all want in, you better go. 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. I have 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. 200, need to be 2 1/4. I have 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. Nice little saddle, guys. 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. I have 200, need to be 2 1/4. I have 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. 200, need to be 2 1/4. We clear. 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. Guys, he wants $400 while we're here tonight. He take $400 for it while we're here tonight. All right, the next saddle. If you want that last saddle, guys, just push that green button. If you're on the web, if you're in the internet, just make a comment. Got a good liner. This is S19. It should be a good little saddle. It's going to have a bridle, good rawhide stirrups on it. Rawhide, silver lace cantle. It's in good shape. Getting a good little bridle with it. It's going to be a 14-inch now. Will be a 14-inch. All right, here we go. S19 is on the block. S19 is on the block.
C-A-Y-A-S-E.
C-A-Y-A-S-E.
Saddles. Custom brand.
It's a custom shop made saddle, guys. All right, 75, you're going to be 100. 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 100, you're going to be 1 1/4. 100, you're going to be 1 1/4.
Yeah.
1 1/4, you need to be 1 1/2. 1 1/4, you're going to be 1 1/2. 1 1/4, you're going to be 1 1/2.
Yeah.
1 1/2, you're going to be 175.
Yep.
You need to be 200. 175,
Yep.
you're going to be 2. 2, you're
Yep.
going to be 2 1/4. You need to be 2 1/2. 2 1/4, you're going to be 2 1/2. 2 1/4, you're gonna be 2 1/2. Out 2 1/4, you got them down here at 2 1/4, you're gonna be 2 1/2. 2 1/2, you're gonna be 275. Out 2 1/2, you're gonna be 275. I'm over there, 275, you're gonna be 3. 275, you're gonna be 3. Out 275, you're gonna be 3. 275, you're gonna be 3. Out 275, you're gonna be 3. 275, you're gonna be 3. Out 275, you're gonna be 3. 275, you're gonna be 3. Out 275, you're gonna be 3. We clear 275, you're gonna be 3. Out 275, you're gonna be 3. Sell it your way, $275, bar 16484. 16484.
S20's coming up.
S20 now. S20 is on the block. It's going to have a good classic equine pad. It will have a good classic equine. It's going to be an LH rope and saddle. Good little liner. Good stirrups on it. Looks like it's got a nice little bridle with an O-ring. Alright, you're talking about a nice little saddle it is. Here we go, guys, and I am way too cheap, and I have 150. You're going to be 175. 150, you need to be 175. 150, you're going to be 175. 116 inch. 150, you need to be it's Longhorn, he says. It says Longhorn. 175, 200.
Here, there, and there.
It's stamped in multiple places. It is a Longhorn now. Stamped in multiple places. It is a Longhorn. Alright, here we go, guys. And on 175, you're going to be 2. On 175, you're going to be 2. On 175, you're going to be 200. On 175, you're going to be 2. 175, you're going to be 2. On 175, you need to be 2. You want to be 200. On 175, you're going to be 2. 2, you're going to be 2 1/4. On 2, Charles, you're going to be 2 1/4. On 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. On 200, you're going to be 2 1/4. 2 1/4, you want to be 2 1/2. On 2 1/2, you're going to be 275, Charles. On 2 1/4, you're going to be 275. 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. On 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. 275. 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. Charles, you're out. Charles, you're out. 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. On 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. On 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. 275. 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. Guys, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. That one's got to bring 400. 300 while we're here. Charles, we're awful close. Charles, we're awful close. He just wants $300. 300 for that good saddle. If you want it, push that green button. We're only $50 away. He just wants 300 for that good saddle. S21 is coming up on the block. It should be a Tex Flex saddle now. Tex Flex saddle. Should be a 15 inch, 17 inch.
And a brand new bag.
Gonna get a brand new pad with it. S21. Guys, it's a nice little saddle. It is a Tex Flex saddle. Now 200. 200, you're gonna be 2 1/2. By 200, you're gonna be 2 1/2. 200, 2 1/2. What size seat is it?
17.
At 2 1/2, you're going to be 300. 2 1/2, you're going to be 3. Out 2 1/2, you're going to be 3. 2 1/2, you're going to be 3. Out 2 1/2, you're going to be 3. Out 2 1/2, you're going to be 3. 2 1/2, you're going to be 3. Out 2 1/2, you're going to be 3. Out 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. 4 go. 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. Out 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. Out 2 1/2, you want to be 275. Out 2 1/2, you're going to be 275. Out 2 1/2, 3, you're going to be 3 1/4. Out 300, you're going to be 3 1/4. Out 300, you're going to be 3 1/4. 300, need to be 3 1/4. Out 300, you're going to be 3 1/4. 300, need to be 3 1/4. Out 300, sorry, you're going to be 3 1/4. Out 300, 3 1/4, need to be 3 1/2. Out 3 1/4, need to be 3 1/2. Out 3 1/4, you're going to be 3 1/2. 3 1/4, need to be 3 1/2. Out 3 1/4, you're going to be 3 1/2. 3 1/4, you're going to be 3 1/2. Out 3 1/2, need to be 375. Am I correct? I got 3 1/2. You're going to be 375. 3 1/2, need to be 375. Check that one. 3 1/2, you're going to be 375. Out 3 1/2, you're going to be 375. 3 1/2, you're going to be 375. Out 3 1/2, you're going to be 375. Out 3 1/2, you're going to be 375. You want to be 375 for sir? Out 3 1/2, 375, you're going to be 4. 375, you're going to be 4. Out 375, you're going to be 4. 375, you're going to be 4. Out 375, you're going to be 4. 4, 375, you're going to be 4. We clear. 375, you're going to be 4. 375 need to be 4. Ashley, you need to get your number. Ashley, you need to get a number. Guys, he wants 500 while it's here tonight. He'll take 400 while it's here tonight. We're awful close. He wants 400 while it's here tonight. 400, guys. 400 while it's here tonight. Kendall got it at 400. Kendall, you got it at 400. 2904. 2904. Thank you, Kendall. We appreciate you. S27. S27. All right, here we go, guys. S27 is going to be a tough one saddle.
14.
It's going to be a 14-inch show saddle. Tough one. Yeah, it's a nice little saddle. Looks new, guys. Looks new. I don't know if it is or not, but it definitely looks new. All right, here we go, guys. I have 175. 175, you're going to be 200. I have 175, you're going to be 2. 175, you're going to be 2. I have 175, you're going to be 2. 175, you're going to be 2. 175, you're going to be 2. On a good, tough one saddle now. 175, you're going to be 2. I have 175, you're going to be 2. 175, you're going to be 2. On a good show saddle now, silver mounted and all. 175, you're going to be 2. 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 175, need to be 2. I get 175. He says, P.O., how much you got to have? Guys, he wants 250, and I don't blame him. He wants $250, guys. I don't blame him. That's awful cheap for a good saddle like that. If you're interested in it, just push that button right now. He'll take $250 for it. S10 is coming up on the block. S10 is coming up on the block. Some good-looking chaps now. Some good-looking chaps. All right, remember, guys, if you're bidding on the web, you still have to sign in on YouTube. There's 2 different bidding platforms, and if you're bidding on both, you must sign in on both. These are adult pink chaps. All right, guys, adult pink chaps. All right, here we go, guys. I have 25. 25, you're going to be 35. I have 25, you're going to be 35. 25, you're going to be 35. I have 25, you're going to be 35. 35, you're going to be 40. I have 35, you're going to be 40. I have 35, you're going to be 40. 35, you're going to be 40. I have 35, you're going to be 40. I have 35, you're going to be 40. 35, you're going to be 40. I have 35, you're going to be 40. I have 35, you're going to be 40. 40, 35, you're going to be 40. We clear. I have 35, you're going to be 40. I have 35, you're going to be 40. Sell them your way at $35. $35 for RW. 16423. Kimberly, you got those. Kimberly, you got those. S25. S25. All right, here we go. It's a good little hang-up sign. It's got the stars on it and everything. All right, here we go, guys. And it is what did I tell you? S25. S25, guys. I had $20. 20, you're going to be 25. I had 20, you're going to be 25. I had 20, you're going to be 25. $20, you're going to be 25. I had 20, you're going to be 25. I had 20, you're going to be 25. 20.
Looks like a light.
Oh, it's got a light inside. You plug it in. All right, it's a light up sign. Now I had 20, you're going to be 25. I had $20, you're going to be 25. 20, you're going to be 25. Plug it in right here. 20, you're going to be 25. I have $20, you're going to be 25. 20, you're going to be 25. I have $20, you're going to be 25. I have 20, you're going to be 25. It works, guys. $20, you're going to be 25. I have 20, you're going to be 25. 20, you're going to be 25. I have 20, you're going to be 25. 25, $20, you're going to be 25. I have 20, you're going to be 25. You're going to be 30. 30, you're going to be 30. I have 25 here, 30, you're going to be 35. I have 30, you're going to be 35. Well, let's see, put a little light on the subject and y'all like it. I have $30, 35, sir, you're going to be 40. I have 35 on the web, 35, you're going to be 40. I have 40, you're going to be 45. Now, Bobby, you're out. I have 40, you're going to be 45. I have 40, you're going to be 45. 40, you're going to be 45. House is in, 45. Bobby likes it too, you're going to be 50. 45, 50, you're going to be 55. Bobby, you are out. The house likes it as well. 50, 55, sorry, you're going to be 60. I have 55, you're going to be 60. I have 55, you're going to be 60. I have 55, you're going to be 60. 55, you can be 60, out 55, you can be 60, 60, out 55, you can be 60, we clear, 55, you can be 60. Sell it your way, $55, sell it your way. W, 14598, W, 14598. S22 is going to be hat rack. S22 is going to be a hat rack. All right, here we go, guys. You're talking about a nice little deal there. S22 is a good little hat rack. All right, here we go, guys. I have $10. You're going to be 15. I have 10. You need to be 15. 15. You're going to be 20. I have 15. You need to be 20. I have 15. You're going to be 20. 15. You're going to be 20. I have 15. You need to be 20. I have 15. You're going to be 20. 20. I have 15. You're going to be 20. On the good hat rack now. 15. You're going to be 20. I have 15. You're going to be 17 and a half. 4 go. 15. You need to be 17 and a half. I have 15. You're going to be 17 and a half. 15. 20. 17 and a half, you're going to be, I have 25 online, the people are bidding online, 25, you're going to be 27 and a half. 25, you're going to be 27 and a half, I have 25, you're going to be 27 and a half. 25, you're going to be 27 and a half, I have 25, you're going to be 27 and a half. Celinda's in, Tina, you're out. Celinda's in and Tina's out, I have 25, you're going to be 27 and a half. 25, you're going to be 27 and a half, I have 25, you're going to be 27 and a half. 25, you're going to be 27 and a half, I have 25, you're going to be 27 and a half. We clear 25, you're going to be 27 and a half. Sell it your way, $25, buyer number. What's 2023.
S26.
S26 is on little buddy stirrups now. They're brand new. All right, here we go, guys. You're talking about, guys, those are a safety device. They are a safety device. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. I have 15. 15. You're going to be 20. I have 15. You're going to be 20. You put them on that saddle horn, adjust them. You got a horse you want to cool down, but you don't want to take that saddle off. You put it on that big saddle over the horn, slide it on there. That baby can sit on there and do good. We also have taken and slid it underneath the horn and brought it up like that, and you come underneath the saddle, and it was perfect. That's how Savannah rode for many a year. She was short-legged. All right, here we go, guys, and I have 15, you can be 20. I have 15, you can be 17 and a half. 15, you can be 17 and a half. I have 15, you can be 17 and a half. 15, you're going to be 17 and a half. 17 and a half, you're going to be 20. I have 17 and a half, you'll be 20. I'm up top at 17 and a half, you're going to be 20. I have 17 and a half, you'll be 20. 20, you're going to be 22 and a half. Now I have 20, you're going to be 22 and a half. 20 bucks, you're going to be 22 and a half. I have 20, you're going to be 22 and a half. 20, you're going to be 22 and a half. I have 20, you're going to be 22 and a half. 22 and a half, 20 bucks, you're going to be 22 and a half. I have 20, you're going to be 22 and a half. Sell it your way, 20 bucks. Buyer number I, 204. This is S1, guys, S1. It's going to be a little wooden saddle. All right, guys, you got a little hard in it. It'll make you a good saddle or quilt rack. Guys, it's a saddle rack will make you a good, cute quilt rack. Guys, did I tell y'all we have some of those item-made blankets coming in for our next online tax sale? We're not going to have it this Monday. We've got a lot of issues going on with family, but we're going to have our sale should be the next week if everything levels out. So watch that. We've got some item-made stuff coming in. All right, S1 now is a good white wooden rack with a good heart on it. I like it, guys. Now at $20, 20, going to be 25. I have 20, going to be 25. 20 bucks, going to be 25 on the good little saddle rack or quilt rack. And I have 20 bucks, 20, you're going to be 25. I have 20, you're going to be 25. 20, you're going to be 25. I have 20, you're going to be 25. I have 20 bucks, you're going to be 25. 20, you're going to be 25. I have 20 bucks, you're going to be 25. I have 20, you're going to be 25. 20, you're going to be 25. We clear. 20, you're going to be 25. I have 20, you're going to be 25. So right there, buyer 12, buyer 12. All right, we have got
That's 2,
2, 3,
8,
8,
23,
23, and 24. Guys, we're going to sell choice of those saddle racks. I'm going to open it up as S2. But if you're bidding on the web, let me know what number you want. And let me, I cannot type it in as a auctioneering and, somebody said they'll take 20, S20 for 300. Did you say you take 300 for the Longhorn saddle, or did we already get it sold? So we can sell it at 300? All right, sell that Longhorn saddle to buyer number W2624. We'll take S20 at $300. Remind me here in a minute, and I'll open it up and clerk it. All right, so if you're online, we are selling saddle racks choice.
2, 3, 8, 23, and 24.
Kind of hard to do this part and this part. So guys, y'all bear with me on it. Here we go, guys. I have $20. 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. I have 20, you're gonna be 22 and a half. $20, 22 and a half, you're gonna be 25. I have 22 and a half, you're gonna be 25. 25, you're gonna be 30. I have 25, 27 and a half. 25, you're gonna be 27 and a half, you're gonna be 30. I have 30, you're gonna be 32 and a half. $30, you're gonna be 32 and a half. I have 30, you're gonna be 32 and a half. $30, you're gonna be 32 and a half. I have 30, you're gonna be 32 and a half. 32 and a half. I have $30, you're gonna be 32 and a half. 30, you're gonna be 32 and a half. I have 30, you're gonna be 32 and a half. I have $30, you're gonna be 32 and a half. Sell it up top, $30. So which ones would you like? You want them all? She takes all of them. Takes all of them.
That makes it easier.
What's your buyer number?
12265.
12265. All right, guys, we are going to get started on the horses in 15 minutes. Give me about 15 minutes. We're going to get started on the horses.